And we're alive and live. Maddie ALLin here. I'm not sure if I'm alive because of seatbelts or because of the universe or God or what have you, but here I am and I'm ready to do another episode of Hex Therapy Live. This is week number 102. Tell me if my audio sounds okay. Thanks for being here. Hit the like and subscribe button, leave a comment on the replay, and get psyched because we're going to go over some Mad Alpha today. And spoiler alert, we don't love high fees. I'm going to pontificate about why we still have high fees, even though we've switched to proof of stake, and how PulseChain is going to be way better. So here you are, here we all are on week 102 of Hex Therapy Live. And here we go with the intro.
It's from Maddie ALLin of Hex Therapy Live. I like Maddie. Maddie tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research, big videos on sudden wealth syndrome. There's nothing that a human being can do better than try and heal his fellow man. Maddie ALLin's got that covered. He does emotional, feel-good, mind management, emotion stuff, like, as his gig, because he's a therapist. That's what he does for a living. Like, he helps heal people.
So before we get into all the PulseChain stuff and the reason why we don't love high fees on the Ethereum network, I want to bring up my Twitter account here and just shout out to everybody who's been sending me love in my recovery. You can read the tweet here, but the part I wanted to point out is that 2,300 people cared enough to heart my recovery post, and 896 people commented to wish me well. This is overwhelming. This is part of the power of the internet, that so many people can come together whenever something good or bad happens, and really make others feel supported. I am beside myself. I'm in shock by how much love there is in the Hexakin community, and it's a total miracle that I didn't get any brain damage from this car accident, that I know of, and so here we are. I just want to say thank you for the support. That's the main point there. In our next story, I tweeted that it looks like the Bitcoin GBTC, so that's Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, that the discount could have dropped to 11K, which is what Richard Hart had predicted Bitcoin would bottom at least 11K, back when Bitcoin was many tens of thousands of dollars. And even Richard's supporters were surprised by his call being so low when everybody else was predicting that Bitcoin would go to 100,000 or $1 million per coin, straight up. It was Richard that was calling the top on the day 2 times in the 2 cycles, which he related to, later admitted, probably had to do with these news events. In 2017, the CME launch, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, starting to trade Bitcoin derivatives contracts, which are, in my opinion, fake Bitcoin to some extent, to a certain extent. And then in 2021, you had the Bitcoin price topped out whenever Coinbase launched their IPO, initial public offering. So it's fascinating to see how people who have been through so many cycles are able to call it so accurately, for free, and that's I'm grateful for learning from so many people on YouTube, including Richard and many others. So yeah, so when I further investigated this idea that the GBTC premium, sorry, discount. It used to be a premium. Now it's a discount of 37%. Was it 36%? That incredible discount of what Bitcoin is. So this paper Bitcoin that they have on the stock market is trading at this huge discount, and so that's why I've labeled it as fake/real Bitcoin. It's not redeemable, and that's what makes it trade differently than the regular market. And so this tweet is actually a little bit inaccurate because I went back and looked at the GBTC prices, and it didn't necessarily look like it had bottomed as hard as the real Bitcoin had. And so the 36 or 37% close for the day that was recording the discount may not have applied to the intraday trading that had occurred. So this, may. So how do we interpret this? How do we make sense of whether the 11K and pray, the top of the 11K and pray bottom call range was met? Well, it's really hard to say. I mean, are we around the range that Richard called for the bottom? We're starting to be. I mean, we're within 30, 35%. Now that's still a big range to be in. And so of course, I'm not giving anybody any financial advice. I'm just commenting on what the numbers are, what I'm seeing, how I'm educating myself. For me, my strategy doesn't change. I'm dollar cost averaging the USDC that I put aside from my Hex airdrops. I'm dollar cost averaging that into Hex. I love Hex. I'm hosting the 3rd online Hex conference coming up here in just under 2 months. So I'm going to be excited to share more details about that as we get closer. But there's the update there for where we're sitting in the bear market, as far as I can tell. And then what else? I asked for record. Oh yeah, here I'll just point out the 11K and pray tweet got 481 likes and 102 retweets in the bear market, and 43 people were discussing it. Incredible. If I wasn't going through a car crash recovery, then I would have probably been able to look more into what people were saying. I'll have to catch up when I hopefully eventually start feeling better. I also made a tweet earlier today. I like seatbelts and Hex. Not everyone likes them, but they both saved lives. Very cool. 328 likes. It's not that important to judge something by the number of likes that it gets. For example, if you go back and look at Richard's tweets when he was getting ready to launch Hex, some of them didn't even have hundreds of likes on them. That was the middle of a bear market when Bitcoin, looking back, had started to bottom. And so it's the reason I'm looking at that mostly because really I care about the quality of the people liking things and the people consuming my broadcasting information, not just the raw numbers. And if there's a great community out there, and there's lots of value being exchanged, then that's a beautiful thing that I'm looking for. It's really that the Hex community appears to continue to be more engaged than you would predict, like many times more engaged. Like this stream being able to get 1,000 or 2,000 views every week, and that the average view time is 21 minutes is incredible. It's really unique, and I think it has something to do with my academic insights into Hex. That Hex causes different behaviors than other cryptocurrencies because it allows you to pay your future self. And that's part of what I want to unlock with my project that I am continuing to develop, called Time Pays Me. And you can learn more about it at the website timepays.me, and you can see the whole 34 tweet thread that explains the big ideas behind Time Pays Me. And you can go and watch some of the videos that other YouTubers have made about the project already. It's been a great joy to see this project come along that I'm developing, because I think it addresses so many important issues in crypto, including being able to time lock PulseChain and PulseX tokens, and then being able to possibly earn trustless yield in a way, to earn bonus money from the impatience of others. And then the third thing that seems pretty cool about Time Pays Me is that it may allow some users to undo a hack. And the way that it does that is by not by being a smart contract that you hold custody of and that you mint yourself, and then that smart contract requires you to set up a recovery address, and that could be your own separate set of seed words for cold storage, or a friend or family member's public address, and that becomes the account that the hacker probably won't have access to. Whenever you see that there are funds being requested, it always takes 7 days for funds to move, and by having a 7-day time window to get a notification that somebody's trying to move your crypto funds, and then to be able to use the user interface, or whatever method you choose to write to the blockchain, and to tell the blockchain, now this vault is going to be controlled by my recovery address, my backup address. So that's something I invented with my co-founder, and something that I'm very proud of. And so, that's something that we're going to keep updating you on, and keep keep promoting, because it's something that I think will really be valuable to the entire crypto space. So that's the update I have there. Looks like I'm going to get some recommendations here for a standing desk. I appreciate everybody who's out there wishing me well, and reaching out on DMs and everything. I have not had the time to respond to everybody, but I've been incredibly blessed and humbled by all of this. So that's what's going on there. Let's see if there's any other news that needs to be covered here. Abit and his partner there are doing a stream, and they keep looking great and getting the good word out. So look at that happy couple. And Baraka Wall, that's funny. This is Eric Wall's account that he switches to a meme every once in a while. He is one of the big hex trolls that's out there. This is my Twitter homepage, where you can see the Twitter page for Time Pays Me, for T-Share app, my hex front end, for hexconference.com, which will be updated shortly to reflect the third online hex conference. You all know where my YouTube channel is, but you can find allmylinks.com/allin. That's hopefully helpful. Let me get to the comments here, see what everybody's saying. Now, there's been more drama since Tuesday with FTX, between Binance and its owner CZ. There's never a dull day here in the depths of crypto, huh? Hexpanded, hope you're doing good. Well, thank you. David Morales, speedy recovery. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. Ray, sounds good. There we go. Nothing keeps Maddie down. Thanks, Crypto Heartbeat. You rock. Appreciate you. Audio's good. Thanks. 429 is mine. Arth. Hope you're feeling better, Maddie. I'm doing my best here. Let me see. Thanks to everybody for commenting. You're good, big dog. There we go. Billy X. Hey, Maddie, sending energy. Hope you're feeling better. Well, I really appreciate these comments. Maddie is a streaming machine. That's right, Mr. Anderson. And to prove it, I am excited to say that I'm going to do my best to make it on the Cabana Crypto show tomorrow. That's at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. Then the same exact time the following day on Saturday on Craig Waddington's channel, Gen Hex. And so I'll post the landing pages or the links in my community tab is where you're going to find all the streams that you missed because I was on somebody else's channel. I am very happy to live up to my name of streaming machine. How about that? God bless you and thank you. Seatbelts save lives. I'm living proof. Hey, Maddie, good to see you. Susie Q, what's going on? Glad to see you, Maddie. You look good. Sound good. XOXO. Thank you. Omega-3, keeping your brain insulated. That's right. That's one of the things that I teach and that I preach at people. I practice what I preach, and I take omega-369 because it insulates the electrical wires in your brain, and that's what you need in order to have a healthy prefrontal cortex. 25% of the weight of your brain is supposed to be omega-369. You can get omega-369 at Walmart, Walgreens, any pharmacy. So check it out. Give it a try as long as you're not on blood thinners, and start thinking more clearly in just 1 week. How does that sound? Does that sound like a great off-the-cuff infomercial or what? Yo, Maddie, RH said the discount has to get wrecked and go away. Bitcoin could dip lower than 11K once, higher rates again and again. That's right. That's what the pray part means. 11K and pray it doesn't go lower. Hey, Jen Hags, speaking of which, there we go. I'll be on your channel. Thanks so much for having me. Franklin, what's Gucci? Good to see you there, man. Lies beneath the truth. Hello, nice to see you. That's right. eHex, PLS, Hex, PLSX for the win. Terrible experience, Maddie. So hope you're okay. Well, I'm certainly not okay, but here I am anyway. Great to see you doing good, Maddie. Thanks. JPZ, do you have a collar brace on? Did you get the surgery? That's a good question. I'll do whatever it takes to get better. How about that? John Hex with the $20. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Towards the standing desk. Get better soon. Wow, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's really hard if the surface isn't the right height. Would you purchase a Lucid Air? I really can't say. Started 369 because of your inspiration. So happy you are so well. Hey, thanks, diehard Hexagon. I get this great energy whenever I hear that I've inspired people to take omega-369. It totally makes my day. So thank you for thanking me, and let's let more people know about omega-369. So if you haven't tried it yet, you just heard from diehard Hexagon that it's worth it, that it works, and that now it's your turn. So if you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again until everybody figures out that omega 369, it's a miracle. So check it out. Art says Maddie told the back passenger to get a seatbelt on. Maddie saved him. That's right. And, you know, Dom's great. Him and I are buddies. Bidding on any hex stakes on Sunday night, Maddie? Oh, that's right, Corey Walker. There is a Hedron auction, the first of its kind, happening on Sunday. Me, I I've had some not nice things to say about Hedron before, but now I'm grateful that I get free Hedron every day at the same time. And that's part of what time pays me is going to set people up for, is to have your own drip. You can time lock your PulseChain and PulseX tokens, and they'll drip back to you weekly in this case. And boy, I'm looking forward to that, because that's my product that I'm going to be able to stand behind, and I'm going to be able to, champion as something that is clearly good for the ecosystem. So, you know, I'll talk about it in that direction at least. Thankful for the airdrop from Hedron and any other stuff. Thoughts on SEC letter to hexagons, fake or real? Real. 369 for the win. So what are the benefits of omega 369? That's a great question, safe_hex. The benefits of omega 369, they have to do with not just your physical health, but also, I believe, your mental health. So for me, it made a huge difference from a cellular level all the way to the point where I could notice the difference in my behavior. I noticed that I was able to handle stress easier. I was able to think more clearly, to solve problems, to esteem myself, to have positive self-talk, to build my skills for healthy relationships, to be more effective at my work, to have healthier hobbies and interests, and even to be more motivated to clean up around the house and do boring tasks. Omega 369 was the first little win that I needed in order to continue to make little wins that added up big time. I'm talking about training myself to like exercising. So I started running a lot, and then the running caused my sleep to get better, and the sleep caused my focus to get better. And having better focus made me feel so great that I was able to keep it up with all the behaviors that I was changing for myself. And I even ended up doing the thing I never thought I would do, which is to like math. But sure enough, it's a Bitcoin book back in 2017 when I started taking omega 369. It was a Bitcoin book that got me interested in math for the first time. I always hated the topic, thought I would hate it until the day I died. And sure enough, omega 369 and all the other positive behavior changes made me want to test the most crazy hypothesis of all, that maybe I would like math. And sure enough, it came back to bite me when I learned about digital elliptical curve cryptography. And that's the math that helps secure your private key. Your private key is, of course, made up of seed words that you should never share with anybody. But those seed words decrypt into a 50-character string of letters and numbers. It's a little bit different. Maybe it's 46 with Ethereum or some other number, and Bitcoin is 50. The point is that string of letters and numbers represents a very unique private key. It's so unique that there are more combinations for private keys than there are atoms in the universe, as far as we know. And so that's a really big number. It's such a big number that somebody could guess a combination with a supercomputer over and over again, trillions of times, forever, not forever, but for a long time, for years and years, and they wouldn't find one of the addresses randomly. So brute force doesn't work. That's one of the keys of the security behind crypto. So that's kind of cool. But it's actually it's the it's the elliptical curve. Elliptical curve digital signature algorithm. Elliptical curve cryptography. Okay. There's some math in there that got me excited again because I think crypto is exciting. I think the idea of being able to hold digital value, it's exciting because then it means we can program money. And programming money, it might allow us to change our own behaviors and to become healthier and happier and better community members and better for us to become the best versions of ourselves possible. So that's the idea with crypto, and that's the idea with Omega 369. Is it's a good starting point for people to prove to themselves that they can make a little change and make a big difference in their own lives, and then you get to take credit for it because I'm just up here flapping my lips about what somebody else told me, and we can all just pay it forward and enjoy the world being a little bit better of a place when people are taking care of themselves. Hex Machine, great to see you're healthy and still so positive. Bless you, Maddie. Keep up the good vibes, brother. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. Art says Lucid Air Touring has 18 airbags everywhere. Lucid saved my life. Incredible. Incredible. Hex Bees says taking 369 for 2 months now has a great effect on the brain. Better recall and memory. Thanks for sharing, Maddie. Hey, my pleasure. And I love to hear the success story. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Academaciated. Academaciated. First of all, awesome screen name. It's like you combined academics with emaciated. Maddie, good to see you, my friend. Hey, good to see you. Art, thank you for the $50 super sticker. Now, because StreamYard doesn't show it, let me run over to YouTube and see what kind of sticker you got. I still got to get to our topic of interest tonight, don't I? Let's see here. Oh, sweet. Super effective. It's a game controller. Kicking and punching into the air and saying super effective. Well, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Sammy Chica. Hey, Maddie. Hope you're feeling better. Good to see you're alive and well. Me too. I am shocked that I made it. What dosage of Omega 369 do you recommend? I don't know if I can make recommendations per se, but I'll tell you what I did is I started with 1,000 milligrams of Omega 3. I mean, this stuff is like $5 for a month supply at Walmart. I started taking 1,000 milligrams each day with food. And then after a week, I started taking 2,000 milligrams a day with food. And, at some point, I started eating more tuna, and people always jump on me on the stream and say, oh no, you're going to get metals in your brain or something. And so I try to listen to that and have a nice balance. But if you're already getting, if you're one of the rare people who's already getting enough omega-3 through your own dietary uh, routine, then maybe you don't need it. But hey, there you go. In case you're not getting enough. Yes, glad to see Maddie healthy. All right. I am in a great deal of pain, but just hanging in there just because it's such a great feeling to feel the love of the community and to do what I love. I love streaming. I love trying to teach people about things and think out loud about all the things I've learned in crypto, all the things that I think other people would find interesting. You know, we're a strange bunch, people who like crypto. And if crypto ever gets mass adoption in the world, not everyone will know as much as we do about it. That's for sure. Some of the greatest inventions of all time, we don't even know who invented them. Us lay folks who are not experts in the matter. I don't know who invented plumbing or fire. Maybe that was more natural. I don't know who invented antiseptics or pain pills or concrete or, you know, insert invention here, right? Who invented the X-ray? Who invented an airplane? Well, we know airplane. That's easy. The Wright brothers. Ryan Lopez, $50. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you, Ryan. Glad to see you're back in action, brother. Go Hex. Well, look at that, you guys. You just raised enough money for me to get a standing table here, I think. Very nice. Corey Walker, hit the like button, people. Thanks, Corey. Tell him to hit the like button or get out, you know. Hope you're doing good, man. That picture choked me up. Yeah. For sure, for sure. What's up, Hexicans? Good to see you, Maddie. Terry Dog. Had you in my prayers. Best wishes from Scotland. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So let's see. So the main topic here. I don't have all my streaming equipment since the injury. I don't have it all at the moment. So I'm using a super old computer that I was able to hack together to be able to stream from. And this computer is so bad. This is the computer I had when I was delaying gratification to the utmost. I bought this computer as my streaming computer it was a used Mac. It was many years out of date, but I didn't care because I believed in crypto so much. And I believed during the last bear market in 2017. No, sorry. The last bear market in 2019, I was saving every dollar I could to buy Bitcoin and Hex when it first came out because I believed in these things. So I changed my lifestyle. And this computer is proof of that. And I didn't get a better computer than this for a whole 2 years. For a whole 2 years, while the price of X was going up, I still delayed gratification before getting a new computer. And so this computer is so bad right now. It's so bad that it was trying to sync with my newer computer, and it filled up to the point where I can't even open up Photoshop here. And every time I delete something, then it fills the space back up with something else. So I couldn't even make a thumbnail for this stream. But I took one of my old thumbnails and I said, hey, that's a wonderful topic. I want to revisit that issue. And I'll show you the thumbnail that I made. Some thumbnails, they magically come together quickly. This one, it took quite some time to make, but I also enjoyed the process of throwing this together. So we got kind of a matrix looking digital background mixed with a circuit board, and it says why we love high fees, which is super sarcastic. And then it's a picture of the Ethereum symbol covered in moss because it's so grody and old and sucky that they were charging us extremely high fees uh, for way too long. And so, of course, the original topic had to do with how PulseChain was going to be way better. And that is still true. PulseChain is being designed to have low fees. And when I was choosing to revisit this topic, it made me kind of reflect and realize like how led astray the Ethereum ideals have become, given that even going to proof of stake didn't lower the fees. When Hex started, we had penny transactions, and now the transaction fees are 200 times higher. At least, at times they've been thousands of times higher. To do any simple transaction on the blockchain is an expensive nightmare, right? And I'm reminded of this every time I take money out of my Hedron drip. I mint Hedron that's being airdropped to me, or anytime I send money or do anything on the blockchain, it's an expensive disaster, right? But it's also a miracle that any of this stuff works. It's a miracle that we are in the infancy of storing value digitally without a middleman, without censorship, kind of. There's so there's really important things happening that are being developed, and it's, like I said, it's in the infancy, and so a lot of people don't recognize the power of what's before them. So uh, I want to revisit this topic because Ethereum didn't fix the main problem that it had, the problem that stops it from scaling. When people, whenever crypto becomes a hot topic again, and it seems to go in a cycle, but this last time it got popular, um, it cost $30 or $100 or $200 to do a swap from one coin to another. That's no way to get mass adoption in the world. That's a game plan gone terribly wrong. And it's because Ethereum sold out, in my opinion, to try to become a store of value. And once you become a store of value, then it's hard to go back to anything else. It's hard to, you know, shoot yourself in the foot and stop being a store of value, because that would mean that people would have to give up their greed. It doesn't seem like people will do that. It's not in the game mechanics, not in the game psychology, we could say. Bitcoin and proof of work blockchains and other crypto innovations, they work because you can predict even unlikely behavior. But once the experiment plays out enough, then you can know that you can trust, to some extent, you can trust and verify a miner who's looking for double spends, and a validator who's looking to stop double spends. But at the end of the day, the truth is, it doesn't cost $2 or $20 or $200 per transaction to stop a double spend. Stopping a double spend, the amount of computational effort needed is very low. The part that we're paying extra for is trust. And the people that we're trusting to secure the blockchain, they're overcharging us. It's a situation where, where we're being held hostage by a security racket, right? And so that's the important point that I want to make today, is that why do we hate high fees is because it's a ripoff. It's a security racket, and it makes crypto look bad. Crypto wasn't meant to have high fees. Go back to the Bitcoin white paper. Go back to the early days of Ethereum. These layer one transaction layers, they have a tendency to be useful, and then they become valuable, and then they don't have a good way to store value within the same holders that that own the token. So on Ethereum, you don't have like a store of value token that all the Ethereans believe in, and then a transaction token that can remain cheap that everyone has a social consensus that agrees with that. But imagine for a moment what the PulseChain ecosystem might look like if the PulseChain token can appreciate even a 10x or 100x or whatever it's going to do and still deliver incredibly cheap sub penny transactions. And the holders of that are able to delay gratification. They're able to store their own value in products like Hex, which is a time deposit, PulseX, which is a deflationary token that causes you to earn, well, I'll say it this way. I'm not sure if it's exactly correct, but it seems like in PulseX, if you hold it, you get more value because of the buy and burn, where every transaction on the decentralized Uniswap clone, every swap fee has a percentage that gets bought and burned. So, and then with Time Pays Me, you'll have an extra game to play on top of that, where if you leave your 10% in while you're dripping your funds back to yourself, then and other people take a 10% early payday. Now, the people who take the early payday are paying a small fee that can end up with price appreciation of PulseX it can end up being a really great incentive. It can be valuable for people who practice their patience, who prove it on the blockchain, proven patience, and get paid from the impatience of others. It's a beautiful system that I've gone into in other streams and that is definitely worth checking out. The point is that in the Richard Heart ecosystem and in the Time Pays Me add-on, people are going to find that there are more stores of value that make more sense and are more rewarding than PulseChain itself. And that's why my hot take today is explaining why we hate high fees. And I'm saying that I could imagine a situation where PulseChain is able to deliver its holders 100x. Not guaranteed, not financial advice, but it's possible because of so many other layer ones that have done this. It's possible. And that the fees would possibly still be less than a penny. So, if you are looking for 1,000,000x in PulseChain from this, from the price that you could have said somebody did a sacrifice point for, that might not give you cheap fees anymore, right? Once the market discovers the price, and if the market creates too huge of a bubble in the PulseChain price, then you could have high fees on Ethereum and on PulseChain. And you can imagine Richard Hart doing more horizontal scaling to make other chains that can handle the load. And that's if sharding hasn't come along already, which that's on the roadmap of Ethereum, it seems. So very, very fascinating how this could play out. But remember, I'm calling it that it could very well be that the PulseChain users transfer their store of value into PulseX and Hex, and they'll be able to do Hex on PulseChain and Hex on Ethereum if they so choose. And how beautiful would it be if PulseChain is able to find a balance of maintaining low fees and excellent returns for people who, for people who believed early on. Imagine that. Let's see. Let's get back to the comments here. People saying hi to each other. Um, what's up, Hexicans? What's up, Tin Top? Hope you're doing well, man. Let's see. abit underscore hex. I shouted you out earlier in the stream. You're the best, Maddie. Ah, thanks, man. The one time we talked in Chicago has made a huge impact, and I'm getting better every day because of what you said. Thank you. Hey, man, my pleasure. I'm always going to throw it back to you that you're the one who made the changes in your behavior, and maybe I was just the needle in the haystack that helped it all come together. But dude, I'm so proud of you for changing your life and becoming a better version of yourself. You rock, and you deserve all the credit. I want you, my friend, to esteem yourself and to pat yourself on the back as much more than you do to me. And that's esteeming yourself as a conversation you have with yourself about yourself. And it's self-esteem is an action verb. It's not something you have or don't have, it's something you do. And you do it by complimenting yourself, speaking highly of yourself, and having the positive self-talk that people often forget to do. And so when you tell yourself, I rock, or I'm worth it, and you combine that with self-care. So Abet likes to, I've seen him eat healthy. Him and I have the same routine. When we eat healthy, we'll eat a couple of cans of tuna and do our push-ups and sit-ups. Although I can't do that part now. Man, just take advantage of every opportunity you have to esteem yourself and take care of yourself at the same time. Because when you take good care of yourself, you make yourself your favorite meal, you exercise, you find a new style, you do an enjoyable activity. That's an opportunity to raise your self-esteem by practicing the action verb of self-esteem, by doing it, by having the conversation with yourself, telling yourself you rock, you're worth it, and that's why you're taking care of yourself. It's a really important skill. And if you want to hear more skills, go to the end of the stream that I did with Furu Finance in my community tab. Go ahead and like and subscribe to him. He did an incredible interview with me that lasted a couple of hours a week ago, and I greatly enjoyed talking with one of our up-and-coming YouTubers. Crypto Gains Club 369, good to see you, Maddie. Hey, good to see you too. Smash the like, that's right. Yeah, so great job, Ava. You rock, man. Sammy Chica, can't wait till PulseChain. Don't think it's coming till next year, though. Yeah, I mean, well, it's in development. Myself, as somebody who is on a team and directing a team to get code produced, it's anybody's guess. When you face unknown unknowns, then all you can do is get up each day and do your best. And I believe that's what I'm doing, and that's probably what PulseChain people are doing as well. Sebastian, so is PulseChain always going to be cheap fees because it's primarily under $1 for the foreseeable future? It's very unpredictable. It depends how popular it becomes. If it's a ghost chain, it won't matter necessarily. Although if it gets the same traction that other layer ones have gotten, it could balance out just right. It could also become too busy, right? So if you rewind, you may have asked this question before. I went ahead and answered it anyway earlier. So see earlier comment. Brissology, what's going on, man? The fees could get high in the future. That's right. Okay, you guys are answering each other like the great hexicans that you are. Exactly. Ebit says, If we are successful, fees and PLS should go up as well. Not as much as ETH though. Hey, it depends how popular. If we're 1,000 times more popular than ETH, then we could have more of a problem than they do. But it seems like we're more innovative to know how to solve it. Hi, Maddie. You are all right. Hey, thanks, man. Good to see you're okay. Maddie, God bless your soul. So happy to see you. No package after all from the SEC? I didn't say that. Seems like that stuff is real. Buffalo Heart, you're a good lad. Keep up the great work of the ages, sir. God bless and a speedy recovery. Well, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for commenting. Aaron Hex, sending love. A-Bit, tuna diet is the best. That's right. X-Ray Vision, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope we get to stream together soon. You should come on the Gen Hex if they'll have you. Maybe you're a regular on there. Crypto. Otherwise, we'll have to do a separate stream, eh? Crypto Freedom, Maddie. So glad to see you're down better. Much respect and appreciate all your hustle. Let's go. Generational wealth incoming, patience. That's right. Well, I can't say I feel better than ever. Like this has been a total roller coaster, but here I am. You know, still planning my days to try to have the best energy for when I'm streaming. Your ability to stay positive and stream tonight is inspiring. Thank you for all you do. Yeah, thanks, Vortexican. It seems like everybody really gets it, what happened and how extreme it was and how strange it is that I'm alive at all or even conscious. Bro, I had an injury working and my Sifu told me to eat 1 can of tuna and take 2,000 units of vitamin C. Tuna gives material to repair, and vitamin C is the catalyst. Yeah, tuna is a great source of omega-3. It's maybe not as high. Well, it depends how many ounces and all that good kind of stuff. But Pulse will be under $1 until at 10,000 X's. That's right. And how many Pulse will it take to do a transaction? That is somewhat up to validators, right? To the stakers. Anybody know about the Hex airdrop that is going on Twitter? Is it a phishing scam? I almost started streaming just to get the word out. I fell for it because it was Hex and I wanted more Hex. My bad. Yeah, that sounds like a phishing scam. Can always ask t.me/pulse police. X-Ray is always welcome on Gen Hex's stream. That's awesome. The Hubster, you're recovering well from the injury. Thanks. Doesn't feel like it, but I'll keep wishing it's true. Yeah. Hopefully they have you on some good meds. I hope so too. Okay, so the Hex airdrop might be a scam there. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. I appreciate you showing up. I love that we've been meeting here, some of us, 102 weeks straight on Thursday nights. How amazing is that? That's we almost at 2 years. Would that be 104 weeks? So we're coming up in a couple of weeks here. We're gonna have our little 2-year birthday for Hex Therapy Live. That's exciting. And I see more familiar names here. Sir Edward Strikecombe, good to see you there. Listen, everybody, I made it to about an hour here. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to be streaming multiple days to come. Well, tomorrow and the next day. So check it out. Hit the like and subscribe button now. follow me on my community tab wherever I will go. I will go to Cabana Crypto's stream tomorrow. The day after, I'll be on Jen Hex's channel, and who knows where I'll be after that. So every Tuesday and Thursday night here at 7:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 on the West Coast, you can see me here consistently. So check it out. Tuesday night, I stream with others, special guests, and the crew, the gang, as I call it, Game Theory Gang. So check it out. What did we learn today? Well, let's turn on the outro. We learned that we hate high fees and that PulseChain, maybe it'll solve this. But Ethereum, hey, wish you would have gotten it right. Wish you would have lived up to your dream of being a decentralized world computer for all. Instead, it's just for people who have the luxury of paying high fees. So for now, let's keep building. Let's keep taking care of ourselves and others. Let's keep wearing our seatbelts. And until next time, my friends, stake wisely and peace out.
From Maddie ALLin of Hex Therapy Live. I like Maddie. Maddie tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research, videos on sudden wealth syndrome. There's nothing that a human being could do better than try and heal his fellow man. Maddie ALLin's got that covered. He does emotional, feel-good, mind management, emotion stuff, like, as his gig, because he's a therapist. That's what he does for a living. Like, he helps heal people.